Hello and welcome, beloveds, to the Dr. Mumbi Show. My name is Dr.MumbiSeraki. How you doing? How's everything going? I really do pray that you are well in all your ways and that you are moving into living life truly on your own terms. We want to thank everyone that supports us on our Patreon and our PayPal accounts. We wouldn't be able to do this show without you. Go ahead and consider joining us for as little as $2 a month. And yeah, thanks for your love and support, beloveds. Thanks for everyone who has subscribed. Our news will mainly be on this channel, Dr. Mumbi Live, so make sure you subscribe to it. We're totally revamping the Dr. Mumbi Show channel. Exciting things are coming, so keep an eye out for that. But those are definitely stories for other days. Now, a very interesting story coming out of France, which is saying that tens of thousands of African students are still stuck in France this summer, long after their studies concluded because of coronavirus, COVID-19, the epic pandemic. They say, many of them were unable to go home because the borders were still closed, and also because of escalating numbers now in their resident countries. So they were forced to stay in France, but many don't have like a work permit or a study work visa. So they're finding themselves stranded in very difficult situations. Some are borrowing rent from friends, etc., etc. But the sad thing is that even if they were to get an opportunity to head home, many are fearful of doing that because they feel that they may not be able to come back to France to complete their studies, or this may, jeopardize their studies, their scholarships, etc., etc. And it just shows you, people have no clue what time it is. People have no clue what time it is. I wish, for those who are awakened enough, beloveds, I mean, these educations, it's a wrap. It's a wrap trying to get an education for this matrix, because this matrix is collapsing. What you need now is to teach yourself self-sufficiency, get yourself a skill or something you can distribute. Because we're going back, in some of these rural areas, we're going to be going back to like barter trade. We're going to be going back to, trading within your community. So it's very important, because now the carpenters and the welders and the plumbers of this world, they're going back on top. The people, the agriculturalists, the farmers, they're going back on top. In fact, the future billionaires are going to be farmers. So, for everyone, it's a hard thing to share. It's a hard thing to tell you, but literally, your education is null and void. And for the African students who are thinking it's better for them to stay in France than to go home so that they can continue their studies, things are not going back to normal ever again. And in fact, the entire world is now being primed. At least Europe and the States is now being primed for a second lockdown. So you don't want to be out, away from your loved ones at such a time as this. That's why I'd really advise you, if you have the opportunity, definitely, move closer to your loved ones. Write each other's numbers down. If you're out of your home country, get home while you can. Please watch my prophetic update that I released called, travel as soon as you can, as soon as you can. As soon as you can. I can't even re-emphasize it. But if you're thinking, and use your own spirit to discern whether what I'm saying is true or not for you. Because if you're thinking you're going to stay in France so that you can continue your studies in the fall and just continue with life, that life is over. And if you're studying marketing or accounting, those things are gone. It's now about self-sufficiency, self-sustaining, grabbing yourself a skill, learning something, which means, there's hidden talents and skills within you. You didn't come to this world to not make it. You know what I mean? You came with something to contribute to humanity, and it's time now to really figure that out, because all these matrix jobs are gone, beloveds. People are even going to be working remotely. Here in Kenya, a lot of the UN people have even been told, go back home. Or if you choose to stay in Kenya, we're not paying your rent, we're not paying this, we're not paying that. So of course, many have chosen to stay, but everyone is downgrading their lives. So if you are in a foreign country somewhere, please make your way home as soon as possible, especially before the fall. Because the little windows that have been opened are going to be quickly shut down, and you don't want to be caught on the wrong side of history. Until next time, beloveds, tuko pamoja. and welcome to Africa Watch on the Dr. Mumbi Show. My name is Dr. MumbiSeraki. How you doing? How's everything going? I pray you're well in all your ways and that you are living your best life. Thanks to every single person that has subscribed to the channel. You guys are absolutely amazing. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already, and check out our new channel, Dr. Mumbi Live, where we went live, we haven't gone live yet, but we will be going live very soon on the 1st of January. I don't know when you'll be seeing this, so you can check out our first live update, and we will definitely be doing, more stuff more frequently there. Thanks to everyone that has supported us as well through our PayPal and our Patreon. We really appreciate love each and every one of you. Now, I've been seeing a lot of news articles and a lot of, channels talking about how, the ECO is out and West African nations have actually renamed their currency and they've kicked out France and they're getting their reserves back and et cetera, et cetera. But unfortunately, that is not the full picture of exactly what has happened. And when we do a bit more digging, what we'll see is that France has actually hijacked the new West African currency, and it's still a neo-colonial system. It's still a neo-colonial currency. They've removed some of the more toxic elements of it, like, the fact that a lot of countries don't have to keep their bank reserves in France anymore. But, and they've also removed, there'll be no French Board of Governors in the West African Eco Central Bank, whatever they're calling it. Can you imagine? The West African currency actually had French boards of governors. We're so crazy. So crazy. But, so those are the things. And also, so they won't be sitting on the board. The West African nations no longer have to hold their reserves in France. But this is not a win. This is not a victory. So 8 countries have currently signed to, implement the ECO. That's Benin, Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, Senegal, and Togo, as well as Guinea-Bissau, which is not a French colony, but all the others are. And they want to change the name of the currency to ECO. We've already been seeing that. They've been claiming that they're cutting ties with the CFA franc, which is the French currency. But the ECO is still going to be pegged on the euro. And I don't know. I just don't think I think sometimes we don't read the fine print and we get so excited by, the image and the stories. But we have to realize that some of these nations are master deceivers. So they'll tell you you're getting something and you're getting absolutely nothing. This is literally the CFA franc rebranded and polished up a little bit to remove some of the issues that, were causing strife. But France they actually took over establishing and printing the new currency. So the new currency is even going to be printed by... The new currency is even going to be printed by them. You know what I mean? And France is also responsible for keeping the currency pegged on euro. That's something that they really worked hard on. Therefore, still aligning these nations with, its colonial interests and keeping them in the brotherhood. And also, it means that there's 7 other remaining countries that were on the CFA. They haven't officially moved. But these 7 other West African countries can only join under conditions that will be established by who? France. So you think this is really a victory for the West African nations? No. It is a step 1 in the right direction, but it's definitely still, it's not going to be that easy to get rid of the dirty hands of the French,
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.